Austria are all in on this war. So it would be insulting not to actually have them play their part. Wow, we're actually getting attrition here. We need to move somewhere with better supply. But we can do that. We can do anything. Oh, hello. We can get our 10 to 1s. The best thing he could do with that unit is move far away from Pest so that I can drop in unannounced and just crush him. But he would have to move fairly far away there. No, he's going south. He's going south to Backs, which is not what we're looking for. Quite the opposite, in fact. Pest is probably going to fall here. But can I be in a position to just drop on it? I might be able to. I know it means ditching that siege. $35, okay, just defenders. Well, we're not scared here. We have no reason to be scared. Well, let's just hope that one goes down so that Austria can start bringing the full force of the Habsburg might. Strong allies are good to have, but I don't want them too strong in the end. The Ottomans still want to conquer Kaffa. The Ottomans are going to be so big and scary. So I need to have some reasonable allies on my side. Being in Spiss is dangerous, but we're going to go to Spiss anyway. He's probably going to manage to get this, and I will not be able to recap it, is what I suspect. But I will try. No, he didn't get it. That's good. And he won't get another roll until much closer to the next one, and then my goose is cooked, and we're going to lose Pest. Well, I shouldn't be sitting there again, just smoking attrition, but wanted to be in a good position. Man, who would think with Austria on our side, times would be so bad? Not me. Not me at all. Okay, finally, Austria brought it down. Might be too little and too late. We have a 49%, well, we've got 50% chance that this will go okay. And a much larger chance that things will not go okay. Because that's the way that siege rolls work for me. And I would maybe be able to cap it. Incredible, I get it. Just, but I should be able to get past there. Now he's running along to Somogi. You're running over there. That's a good opportunity for me to crush this. He will turn around and back it up. So it might be a good idea to wait out on this one. Where's he going to go from there? Alright, they're both sieging. But I managed to capture Pest when he wasn't looking, because the man is a fool. Pest is mine, and the Austrians come. We'll deliver the crushing blow to the Hungarians now. Phew. Does it feel slightly off to play in Europe, Jake? You might be coming down with a cold, but you're just not sure of it yet. Nah, it's okay. I mean, it does feel a bit strange after all that time that we spent playing in not Europe, but we can do it. We have the technology. Alright, I really need that 4-shock general of yours, Austria, to come in and shave the day. Oh, that ain't so good. That's really not good. He knew what I was doing. And that's going to be some fairly disastrous losses for us, because he's going to put a lot into Pest. Well, for us, I mean for me, I'm losing a staggering 2,000 units this way. But I need those Austrians to come and help out a touch. Right, where are you going to go, Pest man? Because Pest deserves to be mine. I want him out of there very soon. Okay, he's having none of that. Okay, he's actually coming here, which is bad news for me. I didn't see that coming. There's no chance of me getting Pest back in time. It's okay though, it's not a vitally important province to take, but it's good for the war in general. I guess if we threw everything we had at him, we do slightly outnumber him, and we have far better generalship, and I don't want to cross that river. 27th, 26th, 25th, 27th, 26th, 27th, 27th, 28th, 27th, 28th. We'll catch him. His 27 stack will reach Pest, then my 27th stack will engage him. Austrians come along. More Austrians need to come along. We get the shock rolls that we deserve with our 4 shock general that we earned. And then we just deliver the shocking blows. Actually not liking the way that's going. You want to help us out a bit more there, Austria? Could be handy. So we're getting our asses kicked here. Wow. Those Hungarians, though. All their treachery has made them powerful somehow. I don't even want to think how that's possible. I'm glad we kept our guys to the north plenty placated. Perhaps we should be working on that more with certain elements. Looks like I'm kind of alone here and trying to hunt down the stack. I was hoping to just hunt down and destroy, but I guess it's not too big of a deal now that we have the rest of the Austrians helping us out a touch. He seems to surrender up Pest nice and easily. If all he wants is Sopron, then I'm easy going with that. Whew. Hungary's really kicking you in the teeth, Jake. A good scrappy war. Well, it's going to show just how strong Hungary is. As usual, very hard mode means, well, very hard foes, but this is taking the cake. Not only that, but he's being very smart with his units, and I kind of appreciate that. He's not making life easy for us. There's a 16 stack of mine that I should really be getting in on that. We have hills that are good for defending around here, but not so much of it. How about we just ditch behind a 1000 and then march off with our glorious units, see what we can do with them. We might just encounter more of them, which wouldn't be so good, but I don't see him in reinforcing with manpower. So he might be a little tapped. There's a mountains, terrible place to engage, but it does tell me that he's probably, oh well, mountains and mountains, who would have figured? Yeah, there he is. Hiding behind his forts like a coward. Like a very smart coward. Get you guys together here then. At least Austria's still high on this, so we're okay. And once we take Pest, we should have plenty, right? Says a man with no diplomats. He just doesn't give up here. He wants to come into the grasslands, which is kind of okay. We have plenty backing us up. In fact, what if I didn't have this amazing general? Would he still think it's a good idea? He probably would, because he's a shower-up bastard. But it's a real shame that we lost Pest the way we did. And a whole load of resieging needed there. At least I can grab another province or two. Whilst he retakes some. Yeah, Scrappy isn't doing it justice. You'd think with the Holy Roman Emperor on our side, this would be a cinch. But I wonder if he's having trouble with debt or something. Let's see, you're allied with Aragon. I can't declare wars during this anyway. I could, however, check for country score comparison and do a quick check for mighty Habsburg. Okay, he has 5 loans. How about Hungary? Hungary only have 3. Yeah, we're ignoring these losers. What's he gonna do? Seems to be curving back around. I hope he's not just going to try and snipe me in Bihar. So a horrible move that would be for him to make. Well, if he is, let's just prepare ourselves to get away. No, he's going for Torda. He might still be going around to Bihar, but what he is doing is leaving himself a little cut off here. I can't attack him there though, and that's hilly. But yeah, by all means, eat up that 1 stack, which you can't touch. No, can't touch. Oh wow, okay. Thought I'd be able to get out of that, but no. Hey, by all means, eat your 10 to 1s. I often say it's important, so do it. But I'm eating you today. He'll probably try to march down as quick as he can. He might even try to retake Pest. But I want to see if we can't just eradicate one of these forces for good. 6 to 3 is nice. And he's not going to reinforce it. This could be a stack wipe as long as we get a good roll here. That is not good enough. Damn, these Hungarians are so strong. Where do they find all this power? Well, I know exactly where they get it from. They get it from being traitorous individuals. No one should trust a Hungarian as long as they live. Phew. Kinda need you out of this, but doesn't seem to be happening anytime soon. Jake, their power comes from Serbian tears. I can believe that. Alright, so you're going to be taking back 8 development, but I'm about to take 8, 17, plenty. And you're giving up on it, because you're Hungarian. And that's what Hungarians do, they give up. And then again, Habsburg is keen on this, isn't he? Rushing right in there. No, he gave up the ghost as well. Holy moly, what a war. Well, I think it's about time that we finished it up a bit. Austria want more than just Sopron. They want Somogi as well. They wouldn't take too kindly to me just ditching them without much land. But it's a shame that they want Sopron so much because it's Hungarian. Which means it's going to need to go to me. But I don't mind dumping their trust that low, as long as it's not horrifically low. I forget what the cutoff is for them just not wanting anything anymore. But that's a pretty good deal for me. Still doesn't eliminate the Hungarian threat, but it does something with it. You don't like me taking the war reparations for sure. Yeah, even suggest demands wants me dead. Just wonder if I couldn't squeeze anything more out here. We still have 5 war score to get from our capital. Really, there's no need for me to be rushing for peace right now. Austria's going to deliver some frightful blows. I barely have an army, that is a concern. You can't worry about everything. Look at him, he probably wants his capital back like a coward. Or he wants to help his allies out like a coward. Or he wants pest back like a nationalist. I kind of want to prevent both of these ones from going. Jake, can't you give him Croatia? He's not interested in Croatia. He was at the start of the war, but that's all gone south. I just don't want to blow trust down to below 40. It's at 50 right now. So getting my independence, giving him Sopron and taking just enough for myself to keep his trust from tanking entirely would be kinda nice. Unfortunately, not all of this fits that bill. In fact, is there anything with a really low war score that I could take? That's as low as it gets, and it still goes down by 11. Like I say, I think that's the cutoff. I know he's interested in my land, but too bad for him. It's not like occupying this stuff would make much odds anyway. We should probably get some peace going before Austria starts thinking that they've done even more for our cause. Okay, none of this particularly bothers me. I don't mind you having those rivals. I would love some war reparations, that much is for sure. But Austria would not love me to love those. Maybe instead of 8. Like, maybe instead of this I could grab something else. Like Bihar, so that I can release Transylvania. And then I might be able to grab another 5 development thing. That one is not 5. That one is not good enough. But yeah, I like the idea of having my own subject. It has a nice ring to it. Oh, that might be better, but I really want Pest. It's a good, damn good province. Alright, so 2 for me, 1 for Austria. He'll remain my friend. I would like to take his money, but it's not worth it for that kind of truce, because I want to come back and crush him later. Why not give Austria Somogi as well? Well, if I did that, I'd be able to take more out of this war now, wouldn't I? Well, without making Austria super mad. I mean, the border's kind of below that way, but... that might be okay, but I would need to push this to 100% for that kind of peace deal. And honestly, times aren't looking so hot for our nation. I think I want to get both of these provinces to Transylvania, given my current situation with admin points. Jake, shouldn't you just crush them into dust by example? Don't tempt me here. We should make our peace while we can. And in just a couple of months we'll have the war score we need for exactly that. Not just war score, but also length of war. He really likes his chance on his own capital, doesn't he? And the Ottomans gunning down Armenia, as is thoroughly deserved. Come on now, Hungary, don't you even think about taking Pest back. 8 days, so we got this. We were born to got this. Phew, that was too close. So yeah, Austria don't get too cheesed off. Austria get 2 provinces, we get 3. We'll also release... no, shoot, Transylvania is a bad choice. Then they would get this province. I should have rethought that for a second. I could take this and then release Transylvania and subjugate them, but... giving Transylvania that province for free is dangerous. And there's no way I can have them not have that core, they would get it. Ucha. You could release Transylvania from Maramos as well, yes, yes, I certainly could. That would ensure that they have this mountainous fort, which could save me in the long run. Damn, I like the idea of releasing Transylvania. I don't like the idea of them having Matamoros. But then Hungary might come knocking for them. Think about it. Take Matamoros, release it, 5-year truce, take them over. Well, just vassalize them, really. Might work, but Hungary could easily just come and take them over. Keep them as an ally, Jake. Now that's not how we operate around here. It's kind of worth it for all the reconquest that I would have, but I don't like the idea of dropping 7 development on losing Transylvania. It is Ruthenian province, Jake. Matamoros, that is. Yeah, I would need a Transylvanian province then. Damn, I just can't make the commitment on this one. The alternative is I grab a Croatian province and then release Croatia and start gobbling them up instead. Might be for the better. Also gives me good reason to crush down on Venice that I'm sure Austria would be keen on. Well, eventually, if not now. Alright. I like it. They don't, but that seems a bit better. Ugly as sin, granted, but I'll take it. Wouldn't even spare some more ducats. Put your capital in Zemplin, Jake. Does that work? Also, not worth all the admin to move my capital. Yeah, I guess the Croats will be joining us then. Let's go. Wonder what would happen if I transferred occupation of these afterwards. Oh well, a question for another day. Yeah, we got quite a bit of aggressive expansion there. But whilst Austria don't love us, we did manage to keep things pretty sweet between us. And we can have our own rivals right now. Hungary is straight away going to be the rival. And I want to see... what do I want to see? I want to see Croatia back on the map. We're not playing as them though. Heavens no. I haven't checked out Croat ideas. Cavalry combat ability being 1 year first. That's one way to say stay away. Okay, so I think the Poles would be an ideal person to have on our side. If I get Bohemia, then that's just going to antagonize. But the Poles, they'll keep us potentially safe from the what? Didn't like that, did you? I mean, I did just rival your enemy. I would probably have to rival Bohemia as well for you to start thinking that it's a good idea. But, needs must. Now, come on, Poland. We got mutual enemies here. Castilian Civil War bringing you closer to Portugal. Should I be worried? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't play in that region often enough, which is to say ever. So what's happening now? Corruption is going to be going up thanks to overextension, but because we're ahead of time, that's not really much of an issue. Come on, you filthy Poles. There we go. Croatia's got minus 15% aggressive expansion impact. That's nice to know. Now, Hungarians want to revolt here, but they can totally be Austria's problem. I want to core it, but I don't want to core it at 33% extra cost. So we're just going to sit on it and enjoy the overextension for a while. Austria is, of course, still emperor. Croatia wants to make royal babies. They're not very... well, heavens, yes, for starters. They no doubt have a young ruler. Starting to wish I'd teched up before releasing them. Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. Let's just make them friendlier. Jake, any word on what the next weekly one-shot will be? I have 2 things on the shortlist. Whether or not I actually have 2 things on the shortlist on the list, I do not know, but in my mind I have 2 things on the shortlist. So don't you worry, girly, is what I'm trying to say here. Next war with Hungary will be a reconquest for these 3 provinces, but whilst I'm at it, I might as well take a touch more. Oh man, I really wanted Transylvania back on the map, but I guess we can't have everything. I should try to focus staying away from the... No, what I want is to cut Hungary, cut the Ottomans off from these guys. If the Ottomans want to fight me and chew on my allies, then, well, come and have a buffet, Ottomans. If I'm going down that route, though, I really need some extra allies. PLC is kind of nice, but I should be going down. Who are your other enemies? Beware the Bavarians. Sounds kind of nice, but very hard mode will prohibit me from getting allies that don't border me. I'll have to rely on the PLC and the Habsburg. Not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin, I'd like to say, but we have to tap carefully around the Ottomans. Man, that was a rough start. Anyone else think so? Not getting support for the longest of time, and then when we do fight Hungary, it's tooth and nail. That was a sloppy war and cost us dearly in war exhaustion. But that war exhaustion will be gone soon enough, so we don't have to worry too badly. Not worth paying our units right now. The Hungarian separatists don't number that many, right? There's only 12k of them, that's not a problem. And these other guys are also no problem. What I'm saying is there are no problems. Yeah, I actually agree on the Bavarian part there. Let's get them as our friend. The other ones will take way too long to do. Come to Papa. Yeah. Join the HRE, that way you can gobble up Bohemia without any penalties in the future. Also, protection from everyone outside the HRE might be good. I kinda don't want to lower myself to that. I could. Do I really want to? Would give us a lot of bonuses. You are right. I shouldn't be too stubborn on this one. And a bit more improved relations will get us through on that one. Croats love us plenty enough. Also, it'll give Austria extra reason to defend us. It was pretty rough fighting a war with Austria on your side. Might want to get the Ottomans to fight your battles next time, Jake. Lucky, I remember when you fought as majors in this game. I remember when you played in the multiplayer and got annexed pretty swiftly. Don't you come crashing down on my parade here. That'll go up in due time. I really don't want to absorb Bohemia. If I could have it my way, I would just have a nice, comfy looking nation here. But now I've made a deal with the devil, I'm going to have to kill Austria later on. Which is kind of good. That drives conflict in a game where you have a set goal, but things can and will get in the way. What I have done is kneecapped Austria pretty hard, though. They are pretty exhausted from all of that, I'm sure. Perhaps you'd even become an elector, Jacob. That would be pretty interesting. I vote only for shamanists. Sorry, you can't do that. Says who? Says our laws. Improved relations is going to be pretty handy right now. Manpower would be, but morale is more important. Thankfully we can afford all this. Because we love inflation. Boy, do we love inflation. I need this guy, but I can't afford him. What with all the gold that I don't have. I think what people really like to do is just watch me die again and again. That's the explanation I have for people constantly telling me to do things that are bad for me. You even want me to die when playing a road trip, Death Road to Canada. Speaking of which, is anybody up for some Death Road to Canada after this? Spend a bit of time adding some characters to it and do another road on GBA mode. Which I am pretty anxious to try out. Because it says it's really hard, and I like it really hard. That's what Senran Kagura taught us after all. Okay, there's not much going on, so we should speed 4, he says, as he immediately pauses, because he realizes he hasn't hit up his friends the burgers for an extra ducky or two. And otherwise, though, we're probably a while away from getting any extra support. Well, actually, no, you would help us out soon, but... ah, well. It is what it is. I'm kind of keen for those Hungarian separatists to rise up soon. Then I don't have to worry about them at all. Austria has to, but that's their problem. Speaking of Austria's problems, let's add to them. There we go. We are graciously informed about the Italians. Do we care? I don't even know.